Hey, my friend, this is Joe Bakhmoutski, author of Simplify Cancer, Man's Guide to Navigating the Everyday Reality of Cancer. I've got a quick question for you. Can you remember a time when you helped out someone in your life? Maybe it's your friend, maybe it's your child, maybe it's your partner. It doesn't have to be something life changing, just something you did for them. And there's a part of you saying, probably saying, hey, of course, of course, I remember that time. I mean, I do that sort of thing every single day. Well, why am I asking you this? Why am I bringing this up? Well, the thing that I really want to drive home, my friend, is that when you're the type of person that helps other people, when you're the type of person that, for you, such a huge part of your life of looking after people that you genuinely care about, when you do that, you tend to put yourself last. When you start to deal with serious trouble in your own life, things like cancer, things like depression, things like panic attacks, things like trauma. When you get hit with those things, you tend to try to tackle it on your own and in your own way. And the reason for that is simple, right? As a man, you are used to dealing with trouble in your own space and time because you know what to do, right? You're used to doing that. And that's okay for things, for everyday things that come up in your life, you know, but that is simply not the best way to go when you're dealing with cancer, when you're dealing with depression, when you're dealing with anxiety, when you're dealing things like PTSD. And the reason why that is look, maybe even you can take it. Maybe even no matter how hard this stuff is, maybe you can just break on through. Maybe you're that type of guy. I mean, I honestly wish that I've been a lot more open about, when I've my kind of battles when I was going through cancer and dealing with, anxiety my whole life. But, maybe you can do it. But the thing that I want to tell you right now, my friend, is you can end up hurting people who are closest to you. And I've learned this lesson the hard way in my life. You know, when I was going through cancer, I had an operation and I was about to start chemotherapy. And I knew that I'm going to have my treatment that is going to start in a few days and things are going to get really crazy for a long time. And I was going to go, stay at the hospital. So I wanted to really spend, an amazing couple of days just with my family. So I took out my son for just a day in our favorite park, and he was about 2.5 years old at the time. And yeah, it was a beautiful summer day. We went to our favorite park and he was chasing the seagulls, just having so much fun and feeding the ducks. I know you're not supposed to do that these days, but yeah, we were feeding the ducks. We brought his toy cars and we played with that. We're just chasing each other and just going crazy, doing all the sort of silly things that you do with your kids. And we had a picnic, we brought all this cool stuff. We brought cheese and crackers and sultanas and chocolate, and we just had a ball. It was just an amazing day. I mean, I just loved it so much that kind of at the end of this day, I thought to myself, well, how can I really talk to my son about cancer, right? He's just a kid. He's like 2.5 years old, right? How can I tell him about this stuff? I mean, it's just going to get him worked up. It's just going to get him worried, So when I went to the hospital, we kind of just said that, dad is sick and the doctors are going to look after him. We just really didn't tell him all that much. And I remember that when I was staying at the hospital, right, because the hospital was far away, and I would talk to my wife and my son. I would talk to them on Skype, right? I had it on my tablet, and they had it on the phone, and we would just talk to each other. And it was kind of weird, because it was a scary time. It was just a lot going on, and we were just trying to have a normal conversation. And I noticed that even when I looked in at my son, I noticed that he was just uncomfortable, right? Because he could see that there was things that going on that he didn't know about. That it's like the adults were keeping these secrets from him. He could tell that something was off. And at one point, I just saw this look in his eyes, and he had this incredible pain in his eyes. And I realized that by wanting to shield my boy from my cancer, I excluded him. And that's when I realized that things had to change. And we spoke about it with my wife, Olia. We spoke about it. And we opened up. We opened up about it to him. We spoke about what cancer is, what's going on, how the treatment might play out. And it made things so much easier. And when I really, truly realized the full value of that is when it came to his third birthday party. Because initially we planned out this huge birthday party for him. Of course, that was canceled. But we ended up deciding to hold his third birthday party at my cancer ward. So there I was, just plugged into my drip. And, but we had this amazing time, right? Because my mom brought, this beautiful cake, and my wife got all these presents. And, he had he had this silly hat on, and he got all these cool new toys. And we had my incredible oncology nurses come in and sing happy birthday. It was just so much fun. And that's when I realized that making a cancer a part of our life, by making cancer a part of our reality, by kind of accepting it for what it is and being open about it and direct, has made things so much easier. It made things normal in a really weird way. That opening up about your worries with people you care about makes it so much easier for them, right? Because they don't have to second guess you. They don't have to think where you're at. They don't have to know, what is the right thing to say, what is the right thing to do, right? Because they don't want to make you feel worse, right? And they can tell when something is bothering you. They can tell when something is eating away at you, and it hurts them so much when they don't know what it is and they don't know how they can help. And if you're worried about whether they can take it, they can take it, my friend. If you think about yourself as a man, when do you feel most in control? You feel in control when you know exactly what's happening every step of the way. Knowing what's going on puts you in charge. You instantly feel more calm. You can work out a plan of action, right? And that's how it is with people in your life. That's exactly how it is with your partner. That's exactly how it is with your children. That's exactly how it is with your friend. That's exactly how it is with your boss. With just people around you, right? When they know what's happening, they can take it and they can support you in the way that is meaningful for you. And the best thing that you can really do about it is just to be direct and transparent and just honest about where you're at, without any kind of drama or being weird or just, bringing it up in some way that is just over the top, right? You don't need to do any of that. The best way to do that is just to be direct. When people ask you how you're going, is just tell them. Just tell them what's on your mind. Tell them what's eating away at you. Tell them what's, keeping you up at night. And, maybe you can feel that you're not good, talking about this stuff and bringing it up. Well, guess what? None of us are. But it's not about you or me. It's about people that, we really care about. It's about people in your life. It's the people, it's looking after them. I can't tell you the relief that I had in my life. When I had a friend ask me, "Hey, how's things going?" Instead of just saying my usual, "Oh, I'm fine, I'm doing great," I actually said, "You know what? I've got this scan result coming up next week, and I'm going to find out, how my treatment went, whether the cancer is gone or not." And I'm really freaking out because I don't know what's going to happen from now on. And that just kick-started a real life conversation about things that were important to me right now in my life with someone that I genuinely cared about, and the person actually who cared about me. And when I started to do that, I noticed that people responded in a huge way because it just made things so much easier for them. They didn't have to kind of think about, what is the right thing to say, what is the right thing to do, what's going on in your mind. They could just be themselves. And people who truly care about you are going to be so grateful for you because you've just made it easy for them to support you. You've just made it easy for them to be there for you on your terms. So I would highly encourage you to be just direct and blunt about where you're at right now with people that you care about. I think they can help you in a huge way. And I also want to thank you for watching this video. I really want to thank you for taking control of your life when times are tough, right? Because I know how difficult that is. But the reality is, my friend, we both know that no one is as invested in your own happiness as you are yourself, right? No one is as invested in your way of life, in your way of living, in the things that you care about, and having the life that you want, despite the troubles that you're having right now in your life. So you want to take charge and you want to take control and get on top of that as best as you possibly can so that you can have the best life that you want, the life that you truly deserve. Once again, my name is Joe Bakhmoutski. I'm the author of Simplify Cancer, Man's Guide to Navigating the Everyday Reality of Cancer. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.